What's up, crypto legends? In this episode, we are talking about this, the Wyckoff distribution. Got some people talking about it, and we're going to analyze the situation to see if it is a possibility. For the moment, we did have that up thrust after distribution. This is why we're shorting from the highs, and we went along from the lows. On yesterday's episode, we talk about the possibility of a bounce from the $29,400 lows of the range. And yes, this is happening, guys. We did get that liquidity grab beneath the level and getting that epic bounce, just like we talked about on yesterday's video. So it's very much a possibility in longing from that level. So I got stopped out at break even from a long scenario that I had at break even, guys, and re-entered another long position after having this event right over here. So long and short here, looking at the possibilities here in the next coming days. But are we going to have that massive breakdown in the next few hours or days, guys, because of this Wyckoff distribution? This is what we're going to talk about, guys, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. Let's dive in here straight into the possibilities of the higher time frame of this distribution event, and then go to the lower time frames to see what are the next possible setups, like the one provided yesterday on YouTube. Now, this scenario, is it possible or not? Well, we're going to talk about it, guys, but first of all, I want to let you know that there is 5 days left for the World Series of Trading competition registration. And if you haven't got a Bybit account, make sure to create one. You get an insane bonus of up to $30,000 depending on what you deposit. And I want you to join my team, because last year, out of 460 teams, we were ranked 20 most of the competition, give or take a few ranks to the upside and to the downside, but we were absolutely crushing it, guys. And this year is going to be even better. All right, out of 460 teams, guys, we were ranked 20 most of the competition. Now this year we are going to get part of the piece of the cake, all right, of that 8 million US dollar tether. There's a prize pool, so get ready, guys. If you haven't got an account on Bybit, make sure to create it. Down below in the description you have the link. 5 days left, guys, for registration. I want to have a few hundred people in my team to absolutely crush it this year. Now, going here with the scenario, guys, Wyckoff distribution. I think it was Il Capo that was talking about this, and I got some people in the Discord saying, hey, is this a possibility? Well, first of all, we need this on the higher time frames. We need it on the daily, much higher time frames on the daily, and it's usually an event that takes a couple of months. We're just slightly beneath 1 month inside of this range, just round about 1 month. Taking a look at the full hourly time frame, it looks nice. It doesn't look bad. We usually want to take a look at it on the daily for a few months here in the case of Bitcoin. We did have a beautiful distribution back in April of 2021 on the daily, and it took several months, and that was a proper distribution event. We need to take it into consideration, of course. You know, distributions can happen in minutes or on hours or in, months. So we need to take it into consideration. No doubt that we were detecting, okay, that, the highs to be liquidity grabs and not successful breakouts to get into the short positions. This is why I'm in a short position also still from $31,700 area, because we're very much aware of that scenario. Now, also looking for longs, though, on the low. Looking for longs, getting stopped out at break even or at a minor loss. I am already in a long position because of the SFP from the lows, all right? Swing failure pattern from the low of the range, just in case this is not going to happen, just in case we get a massive recovery and go back to the highs, guys. We need to short the highs, long the lows, and it's just like that, okay? That's how we can make some gains on this market. This is why I'm in the short and I'm in the long, right? There's no more to it. And being very defensive. Both of the stop loss are at break even, so they're both in profit. So it's just how we need to play this game. Going through this scenario, no doubt, I mean, it is a possibility. So far, we do have some signs here of, this happening, the automatic rally here after this retracement, sign of strength here, secondary test, sign of weakness in phase B, all right? And, you could arguably discuss that, yes, all right, there is a possibility. We've got the sign of weakness right now that if we do consolidate at this 29,000, 600, 700 range, all right, for the next, 1 to 2 days, right? If we are going to get a consolidation here and start creating another lower low, right, as you can see here on the chart of the distribution, we could arguably discuss that, yeah, hey, come on, this is going to break down. It's very much possible. So if this were to happen, Where are we seeing our first bounces? Where are we seeing, let's just say that this is going to happen, guys. I'm in a long position, so you might think, hey, this guy's talking about a distribution and he's long in the chart, long in the lows here. Absolutely. It's how we need to play the game, guys. Longing and protecting. It's just how we need to play the game, whether this plays out or not. Because as traders, we just are defensive. We had good risk management where there's so many different scenarios to happen. But is it possible? Is it possible this to happen, guys? Well, let's just go with the scenarios. On yesterday's video, come on, we talk about that low potentially getting rejected, potentially getting that wicked and maybe go to the upside. So far, it is getting that bounce, guys. So far, it is getting that bounce, as you can see. Lows being claimed here on the Bitcoin US dollar pair on Bybit and having a really nice pump. Aggressive long scenario could have been around about this range and then going all the way up to, you're basically pumping at $500-600, right? Since that long position possible scenario. You hit the level, entry, stop loss, massive bounce. You're making 3-4 to 1 risk reward, guys. It's just... we talk about these possible scenarios on YouTube, of course, as well. More on the Discord. On the Discord, we give those daily updates and those possible scenarios every single day. We got Sam and me talking about the exact zones and possibilities, all right, because there's multiple different scenarios and how we can trade those setups. Of course, you do have the link down below in the description for the Legends Trading community if you wish to join. You also have the masterclass. I've just uploaded a new module in the masterclass a couple of days ago, all right, and always updating, right? If you want to learn by your own the strategy that we use for our trading, you got the masterclass down below in the description as well, guys, if you want to take advantage of that. So let's go right away. Is this a possibility? Yeah, I would consider this going to happen if we were to consolidate here for another couple of days, all right? I would like to see today and tomorrow consolidating here round about this range of 29,700 to 800, right, area, and even slightly creating another lower low around about 29,500 and then get another bounce. That would be clearly a sign of weakness, in my opinion. Still continuing this downtrend, all right, for the distribution event. Where could this drop stop? That is the question. Where are we stopping on this drop? Well, of course, we do have some big major levels. Ultimate level that I do think that the distribution could end is the 27,200 if this were to be the case. Now, that is a massive drop of over $2,000. It could happen. We need to be ready for the scenarios. It's a monthly level and it's the 618 Fibonacci. That is the best high confluence level where I do see the price bouncing after a capitulation. 618 from the pivot low to the pivot high, guys. Just 618 on its own does not need confluence. Sometimes it just bounces because it's the 618. But we got a huge untapped monthly level, which is a month end close, all right, from April and May. Month open and close and open, basically. So huge level. It's a monthly and it's the 618. If we were to kind of capitulate in that distribution event, I could say, hey, this level is very likely, highly probable going to get a bounce, whether it wicks beneath the level and then bounces a little bit, or it just hits the level and then gets that bounce. I can already tell you that is a high probability trade scenario for a long, guys, and I will be getting into a long here. So I'm going to set my alerts down there. I've got some alerts all the way down here as well because I'm interested in other levels that are much closer. Well, that is the best one if we were to start dropping aggressively, all right? This one is not the best one, the 28,900. It is, got a naked point of control, value area high of this range over here, like I explained on yesterday's video. If we were to capitulate, we might get one phase here where we do get one quick short-term bounce, right? Because you might get that nice little move down. Of course, in a Wyckoff distribution, you have several phases where you're going to have that, massive selling, selling pressure on the first move down. You're going to get a quick little bounce and then you continuation to the downside. So the first bouncing level where we do have a high chance is the 28,900 range, where we got some really nice confluence with Fibonacci, also with pivot lows and pivot highs. So, that is still very much a valid zone, right? From this pivot low also right there to the high, 50%, 382, and, the naked point of control and value high of this trading range. Quite a bit of confluence there. Would expect a pretty decent bounce from that zone. That is if we were to go down there, guys. I don't know if we're going to go down there. I'm just talking about possible levels of bouncing. I'm also in a late long position. I didn't catch the exact bottom. got stopped out at break even, paid a little bit of fees, got to be honest, on that stop loss. And then once we got that swing failure here, I entered a little bit late because I'm traveling. I'm in, I'm in London at the moment, and obviously, I have the alerts. I know the scenarios, and I haven't got time to. I'm not in front of the chart very much at the moment, but very much aware of the scenario. Like mentioned yesterday, hey, we want to be ready for these setups. You hit the low, you get a reaction, you decide, when you're going to enter. Where's your stop loss? Obviously, your stop loss is always beneath the wick in this case, okay? Stop loss is always beneath the wick that has been created. Whether you enter here, here, or here, it doesn't matter. And if you're looking for that, possible swing trade scenario, then yeah, we're looking for much higher levels. But let's go right away here. You know the deal. If you want to, follow these kind of trading scenarios that I'm providing on YouTube, you got Bybit, guys. Bybit is the #1 for me trading platform. But you need to do KYC, of course. You need to do KYC. You got $30,000 worth of bonus. If you do not want to do KYC, you have Bitflex, okay, as a great option. Bitflex does give you a bonus of $10 if you deposit $100 and place a trade, all right? And you enter an Apple Watch giveaway at the moment. And that is if you do not want to do KYC. People do not want to give their details. That is fine, totally respectable. But if you also live in a restricted country, then you have no other option. I think Bitflex is a great option, okay, for no KYC for the countries that are restricting, Bybit. Nothing much more to be said. Obviously, you know the deal, guys. Get ready for the World Series of Trading Bybit competition because that is going to be absolutely epic. Really excited. There's going to be so many trades and so much stuff going on. Anyway, going back here through the charts, yeah, should be long in this low, guys. From this low, as soon as you get that acceptance, as a swing trader also, looking for the shorts here, right there at the level. If I'm traveling, I'm more swing trading, honestly. I like more day trading, but if you're traveling, you just need to look at the swing trade scenarios. And if you're in such a massive range, you want to short here the longs and long the absolute low levels, all right? Being very aware because you could capitulate from this low, no doubt, very much aware of a possible capitulation, but this is not going to, not let me get into a long position. If I have the good risk management, I will get in a long, even though I don't like it because we're breaking value area low and we could capitulate. It doesn't matter. You enter the long, you have a pretty decent pump. You could be more ambitious for take profit and position is protected. So that's how we need to play the game. What are the next setups, guys? I think if we start moving down and consolidating, I think this, Wyckoff distribution can come into fruition if we start breaking the lows here. I don't think we're going to create another liquidity grab failed breakout. Could it happen? If it does, we just need to be ready for another sniper long position if we were to get the wick down and wick back above. Only if that is created. But how many times right now is that going to happen? Because now is the chance, when you claim a high and grab the liquidity, you need to go down to the other side. This is why we short here. But if if the price were to come all the way up here and stop me out at break even, without claiming the lows, do you think it's going to create another liquidity grab or it's just going to blast through the level? Well, I think it's going to blast through the level if you do have that retest. This is why we need to be cautious because the liquidity has been taken. If we come back down, there's no more liquidity at this zone, and what is going to happen is you're likely going to get that push down to get more liquidity much lower. All right, so this is why, these SFPs don't always work, right? It's not 100% win rate. However, we need to know when to enter these SFPs, right? So if it comes down again after happening, you're losing probabilities. However, it could happen. We just need to be ready for the scenario. So like I said, if we break down, next level of interest for me is 28,800, guys. I've explained why that is a significant level for me. And to the upside is going to be very interesting because yes, there is a slight sign of strength here. We like it or not, guys. And that is that we are at the value area low. We're actually above the value area low here because this changes every minute because of the price action. We are above the value area low of the range right now. There is a slight sign of strength here. Liquidity has been claimed. We need to be aware. If you're not in a long position here, guys, you should be. If we do retrace down, I would be a little bit cautious. Okay, I would be a little bit cautious. Just, no financial advice. but you should be in that long. You know, could you re-enter a long position, guys, here? Coming down, that is up to the trade, of course. Just need to be cautious and have good risk management. Best long scenario, of course, would have been here, just getting above the lows. Aggressive long position, aggressive swing failure pattern. We could be, you know, pretty ambitious with the targets. Why? Because we got a sign of strength. Value area low is holding here. We above. We got the liquidity. Hey, we could be smashing here to the upside in the next couple of days and go to the value area high, which is around about $30,800. It's very much a possibility. I don't know exactly if that is going to happen, but I have a long position to speculate that that could happen with this sign of strength, guys. This is how we need to play the game. So will we get rejected at value area high if we climb up all the way up there? It's definitely a possibility. We do have some resistance at those levels. We do have the 618 Fibonacci from this pivot high to the pivot low. So it's a range that we need to be a little bit cautious. Of course, it's not a direct short. Could it be? Maybe yes, maybe no. You want to join the Legends trading community to see what we are looking for here in the next couple of days and how are we going to trade the next major levels, guys, because it's not an instant level of short or long. Okay, we need to be very, very cautious with what happens, what kind of price action, because you know the deal. Some people just put limit orders. That is not the way for me for trading, because I might wake up tomorrow morning and guess what? Price has just absolutely rocketed, all right? And if you put in some limit orders and not any stop losses, you're getting absolutely wrecked, guys. This is not the way to trade. So if you want to do so with a little bit of guidance where me and Sam are providing information every single day, join the Legends trading community, guys, and get ready. If you want to get ready for the World Series of Trading, we're going to absolutely crush it in the Legends community, guys. You know the deal. You got the links down below in the description to join the Legends trading community to get ready for the World Series of Trading. And if you haven't got an account already on Bybit, guys, get ready, because we need to get some of this prize pool of $8 million for the community. Thank you, guys. Not much more to be said. Stay cautious with your trading, and I'll see you in the next one.